Restarting recording.
No! You son of a bitch! No!
Or was it D10,000?
It's D10,000. I remember that chart.
All right, so Barnabus is getting ready to teleport in.
Are you feeling like a wild and crazy guy?
So there are spells.
They're like Mark gave me a weird look when he saw me like fishing through an old Forgotten Realms book from Third Ed, and okay, so Barnabus,
purple, it's fine.
you're teleporting. You see where the stone statue is, so your teleport works because you can see the location. So I'm gonna grab your tokens. Let me do this on the DM version, and you teleport.
Hold on. I was putting spells on.
Easily
now grab it.
through the scry spell, not too far away, into the mythic locations called the Wave Echo Cave, or at least
AKA character death.
the Widget, Brenos, and Cog go with you, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I regret everything. I've got two people.
You got two characters in on.
Yep.
Okay. You appear amidst a campsite, and to one side there is the petrified statue of Gundren Rockseeker. It looks like he is completely intact. There is another dwarven petrified corpse that has been broken up and is kind of scattered across this room. And then there is a half Durgar who is currently prostrating towards the wall and kind of bumping his head into the wall, and it looks like he's been at it for a while by the bloody streaks that are along the wall. There is an area that looks like they've excavated, it looks like there's some pickaxes and things that are off to the side along these areas. It looks like a campsite that's been visited many times over, and that perhaps one of the Rockseeker brothers has been, like camping here for a long period of time. You actually see some imperial/dwarven mining markers, which are like spikes that you put into the ground, and they're magic.
Okay.
Like they're almost like rods of immovable rods.
Okay.
Like these are when you find a strike, you put it in, and there's an immovable rod, and I'll put a little dot that claims this mine in the name of probably the Rockseekers and whatever mine claim. Immovable rod, like a mine claiming marker. But most concerning is the man that's going. Did you guys appear invisible or
invisible? Yeah, we're invisible.
All four of us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He turns his head slightly, and you notice that he is missing an eyeball. His socket is empty, and by the amount of blood kind of that has crusted along his face, it looks like he was that this happened recently. He also has this like he's been hitting his head against the rock, and his whole front part of his face is all bloody. Looks like his nose is bloody as well.
Is he mad? As in insane?
Okay, yeah.
Sense motive, is it enchantment?
Oh, he's right nuts.
Oh, okay.
Sense motive, sure.
57.
This man whose profile you saw, his name's Ragnum Dowerstone. You know him as one of the members of the Free Riders. Apparently he's discovered the Rockseeker camp, and 50? Yes.
57. Yeah.
There is an insanity effect that is affecting him right now. Which means he's permanently insane.
Yeah, he's insane. Let's go. Let's grab up.
Cog's like,
He gets up when he hears you guys whispering. Like you're 20 feet away and whispering.
Oh, hell.
All of his front teeth are missing. You can see them scattered amongst the floor. And it looks like he's successfully removed one of his eyes, which is still kind of hanging in his beard. And it looks like he's been clawing at his other eye. He looks very distressed.
Does he have magic on it?
Ragnum Dowerstone, some sort of warrior priest
Does
from your...
Does he have his weapons on him?
He has, he's got a dwarven, what do you call it? Are there such things as dwarven great hammers? Or
This is a Lucerne hammer.
But specifically dwarven, I think he means.
I think there's a dwarven hammer. Give me a second.
Long hammer?
Yeah, he has a dwarven long hammer on his back, and it looks like he's dropped his war hammer.
Which is, we basically called that the Lucerne hammer, but the Dwarven long hammer is the...
Dwarven long hammer is actually a different weapon, different stats.
20 pounds, 20 times 3 bludgeoning reach weapon.
2d6, 20 times 3. Yeah, it's a
good weapon.
Good weapon. So he has one of those on his back. It looks like he's got his war hammer. You can see it off to the side. It's kind of lying on the dirt here. He's got a pack. It looks like he's emptied a bag. There's too much stuff for the bag, and the bag is just is lying there. So the bag might be magical.
Okay, Cog's gonna go over there and knock him out.
What's that?
Oh, okay, never mind.
What are you doing, Cog?
I'm gonna full around this guy. I guess there's initiative, but gonna full around his ass.
Sure.
This is non-lethal.
Barnabus is very disappointed in you.
We can, or at least I could take him back with us if we, expend some potency.
Barnabus is keeping some thoughts to himself.
Pretty certain you can too.
Okay, so this guy's name is Ragnar Dowerstone.
There's a stunning fist coming out on the first attack.
And here I was going to use the blessings of dragons to just make us all act friendly. Branos will step and pick up the statue like he's supposed to.
Okay, Widget's here, Sunny's not, Thogrim's not, Amadeus is not, Branos is, Slake is not, Eamon is not, Cog is, Agony is not, Barnabus is. Right? So he hears you, and you know that insane people through the spell can kind of be aggressive. So Widget, what are you doing first? You can see Cog moving over, unless you don't have see invisibility, but you guys kind of planned out loud.
Widget's got see invisibility.
Okay.
Sorry, Branos hasn't gone yet. Widget is
So
ready.
the triggering condition was you guys whispering and Cog moving over, and that's kind of he starts freaking out.
Yeah. Is there anything going on down there? So we just got 90-foot dark vision.
Okay, so you look back.
I can see the end of that hallway. So.
Yeah, so you look back, and you do see that there might be a little turn to the tunnel, and it might go up. It looks like a lot of rock has been recently pulled out of the tunnel and pushed to the side, and you can see some magical light kind of coming down from the top.
We're gonna put a wall of stone here.
There's also this kind of low but continual crashing sound to the rock. Like, it sounds like there's lapping water.
Or like the echo of a wave.
Or the echo of a wave. And then you said you were looking around, so I'm going to give you a perception check, Widget.
Okay. Because if there's like a cloaker on the ceiling, I don't want it. Don't cloak me, bro.
You can add any stone cunning or anything like that. Not
I'm a
too
gnome, sir.
Okay.
Did you cast a good hope?
I did, yes.
All right, 36.
Okay, you can see that it looks like there's a bit of rock that has been cut and like slid back, almost like there are two cuts of stone that were made with chisels and rock cutters and like they've been recovered. Like they found something and then they
Hit it.
hit it. Yep. And there are two cuts that are either side. There are still some tools and things and maybe some chalk outlines, and it looks like they're hiding it, or they weren't completely hiding it. The magical light is constant. You don't see any shadows or anything like that, but this could be the place that, well, you weren't there for Rubble's description. So.
We're gonna just throw up a wall of stone here.
Okay. Give me a percentile.
Why would I need to give you a percentile? I've just casted a spell.
You feel an effervescent energy overcome your spell casting, and it starts to fuel the spell casting, and it feels like the spell is going to slip away, and you're trying to concentrate to put it into effect, and...
It's a percentile roll?
It's a percentile roll, yep.
Yeah, Barnabas is liking the idea of staying here less and less.
34.
Okay. Nothing happens. The spell does not function. Any material components are used up. The spell or spell slot is used up as the magic just basically dissipates into the surrounding stone.
Are you going to tell me what the fuck just happened? Knowledge.
WTF, mate.
So you took an action to seek around.
I took an action to see, and I cast a spell.
And then you cast a spell.
He's asking Barnabas, but what the hell just happened?
What the fuck? Okay.
Barnabas will take an action to...
Barnabas.
What the fuck happened?
The spell casting's loud. Ragnum's going nuts.
Cole, could you please? I'm trying to concentrate. He will take 10 on a knowledge arcana with aid from Polly. And that will give him 60. What is going on?
Okay. 50?
60.
So the rest of the group should be in the initiative, right? As like at the end of the round, because we're watching in the scry.
Oh, sure. We could just say group.
Yeah, we're watching them. Like, then Sonny's gonna want his friggin' spellcraft roll in a second here.
Okay.
Huh.
This is the chaotic energies they were worried about.
All right. So Barnabas, fuck. You're in a wild magic zone.
We are in a wild magic zone. This is not good.
It's not impossible to cast in a wild magic zone, but if you don't know it, just like Widget is, then you can't concentrate on your spell to not let it loose. Widget didn't have enough actions left to concentrate on his spell, so he just got rid of it. If you try real hard, there's a chance. There's a chance that wild magic makes your spell more potent. There's also a chance that, just like Widget casting, that it either doesn't work or works not like you intended, or a complete dizzying array of random magical things that might happen.
So what must one do if you concentrate on the spell? You
Yep.
have a concentration check you can cast?
It's an extra action if it's part of casting
It is
a spell.
an extra action that is part of your spell casting,
Ooh.
and you have to make a caster level check.
Caster level check. Okay. Yeah, you have to take time with your spells to make them work.
There are some insane wizards that actually do, like, we're talking 1 in a million wizards who might try to study the power of wild magic to harness it and just be ridiculous. You're aware of wild mages, and you're like, I don't. This could be an effect of being very close to limbo. The chaotic energies of limbo might have very dire and powerful effects on magic. This is not insurmountable, it's going to be very annoying.
Yep.
I have an urge, says Sunny on the other end. I kind of want to summon a rhino for some reason.
Okay. All right, so that was Barnabus with a knowledge check, piecing some things together.
Yeah, we're going to have to really concentrate on our magic to have a chance of making it work here. We might be a bit too close to the powers of limbo right now, to be honest with you.
You could spend another action to think about ways to overcome wild magic.
I think I would like to do that.
Okay, give me your knowledge arcana or spellcraft.
I will do knowledge arcana and take 10 again, and with aid from Polly, and get another 60.
If you can get a dispel magic off, an area dispel can temporarily repair the wild magic zone for a short duration.
Okay.
Greater dispel magic for much longer, and then you're pretty sure that wizards and priests of the highest caliber could over time wish and miracle areas of wild magic in, like, repair it,
away,
basically.
It's an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
We could also try to dispel the area, and it might temporarily repair damage. For fuck's sakes, come!
Alright, so you got one action left, Barnabus, as you try to give her one.
He's already yelling. It's a bard song.
Okay.
Give him a few bonuses.
Bard Song is not a spell ability, it's a supernatural.
Supernatural.
Okay, so that works and doesn't trigger any wild magic.
Oh, this is going to get poopy real quick.
Brennan,
Oh, this is poopy.
as Cog is approaching, and you can see him kind of cocking his fist. What are you doing?
Brennus. Oh, Brennus went to pick up the...
Was it Brennus' turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brennus is going to go pick up the guy,
So you
because
pick up the Rockseeker.
he's going to move. He wants to stay sort of in the formation,
Okay.
but
Yep.
he's going to pick up the Rockseeker.
Okay. You pick him up. A few of his items are actually not turned to stone, which you think means that they're magical. But the whole Rockseeker dwarf gets picked up. You're pretty strong, so the 600 to 800 pound statue of a dwarf
That's no problem.
is no problem for.
We're not running around the friggin' mines this way, but
So you got him slung over your shoulder, and you can actually use one arm if you wanted. Like.
okay. I will keep that hand free for spell. Actually, with my sword, I think I could cast, even though I don't think I should be casting anything. I will draw my sword just in case.
Okay. 3 action system's awesome, by the way. Cog.
I'll draw my axe because my axe is
Okay.
one-handed weapon.
More axe? Sure.
Yeah.
Cog's going to start pummeling this gentleman.
Okay. Dour Stone looks like he's done a lot of damage to himself.
He hasn't moved, so is there any sneak?
Yeah, he is currently flat-footed.
He also can't see you. You're invisible.
Ooh. Stunning fist on the first attack.
Sure.
Oh, shit.
You roll one.
Did you roll 1?
No, I rolled a 20.
Oh,
You can choose not to confirm.
you don't need to knock his head off.
Well,
the
you
next
could do
Tuesday.
damage from the crit first, and then
Decide if you continue.
you know that he was a hardy warrior.
He's a dwarf. He'll be fine.
Nope, it's a 1. There you go. It's
Okay,
a 1.
Not a crit. All right.
I'm glad it's okay. It's okay. So
Okay,
2
you want
hits.
to roll? We want to roll damage from the 2 hits.
I'll
He's
do the first
flat-footed.
one first.
He's flat-footed, so both of them are.
I'll do the first one first because it's the walloping.
He doesn't want to accidentally kill him.
It's 58
Okay.
and a stunning fist.
58 non-lethal.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has 20 lethal, 58 non-lethal. That doesn't put him out. And then the stunning fist.
DC 20.
He makes
He
it.
doesn't care
Oh
about your
man.
sling fist.
Ooh, big boy. Fine, take it all.
He sees you appear, and this
70,
madness falls
71.
over his
Well, yeah,
face.
he's now compelled to attack you forever.
71.
71.
That was a better roll.
That knocks him out. Let me just shift the numbers around because you do 9 more lethal damage to 120 non-lethal, and he falls back unconscious.
All right, everybody, just calm down. Don't fuck around.
Cog start picking up the shit.
Bring his stupid ass over
That
here.
was one action.
All right, when the sounds die down a little bit, the people in the room can hear.
Is that within the walls?
It's coming from this northern wall. The stone that they chiseled out wasn't the exact same size, so and there might be a little bit of a space, but you can hear something bad.
Fuck. All right.
Okay, well, on my turn.
It's in a mishmash of the intelligible parts of the speech, are in a mishmash of Imperial Common and Sylvan.
And the other party did have a Fey among them.
Ogre.
Cog?
Well,
That was one. That was one action. I have another action left.
Okay.
How
so,
high is this jump?
It's actually a jump down.
Down? Oh, it's down?
It's only about 5 feet.
Oh. Sharpshooter. Well, is there anything of interesting value that looks close by?
This guy's gear. And maybe some of the gathered gear of the Rockseeker, which is probably in the dumped bag. Like this guy came here and looks like he looted.
All right. Cogs. What before I action? What's the plan? Are we leaving? Are we gonna go rescue that thing?
Mark's got a question. Dower Stone, he's half Durgar?
Yep.
There was a half Durgar on the council, was there not?
On the Dwarven Council?
Oh no, I'm thinking of no.
Brickhammer.
No, it was the Gray. No, it's one of the founding clans. Never mind.
Yeah, one of the founding clans had mix of Durgar blood.
Yeah.
The Greys.
So Cog quickly looks at you like, "Are we rescuing the creature? Or are we leaving?"
Don't care. Just make it quick. Because he's a hero.
We only have a. There's only
You
2
move
actions,
over,
right?
And then there's a big block of stone that's there. You can see some tools that are likely meant to kind of put in the stone. You flip them sideways, and then you pull the stone in. Or you might be able to push the stone all the way out. Although there's a little tiny voice on the other side.
Okay, so this is still surprise, right? So there's only 2 actions.
So you flurried the guy, you talk.
It's not surprise. It's first round.
Okay. Can I grab the tools?
Okay, so you pick up the tools.
Yeah.
Agony and Thogrim looking in they're just watching. You could really.
Thogrim's going
you really
to.
only see within Rockseeker, so you could.
We could see
hear
that.
them.
Oh, that Cog's running around and
Yep.
stuff is happening.
Thogrim's loading a rifle, making sure his weapons are like. His
I guess
rifle's
we
loaded.
hear too, so we can
Yep.
hear.
Yeah, there's this weird sound. Like you're not sure what they beat up, and then
Something went wrong with Widget's spell. He's setting is going to contact Barnabus. Barnabus, what happened to Widget's spell? He seems embarrassed.
We are in a area of wild magic at this time.
That's not good.
No, it's not. It's going to take a bit more concentration to make magic work around here.
Hmm. Do you need any help?
I know this time, but Cog here insists on being a fucking hero, so it's taken up. It's pulling a pocket watch. Yeah, fuck.
I could
We
be
will
one
leave
of-
without you.
Okay, Agony's not doing anything. Sunny is contacting
Yep.
Barnabas.
The screaming, was it anything important?
Oh, I think it's one of the Fae from the last part. He might be stuck behind a stone or something over there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and there's an insane half dwarf. What was his name? Ragnum Dowerstone, that guy.
Oh, you should bring him.
Okay, Amadeus, Slake. Top of the round.
Yeah.
Widget.
All right, so it's goddamn. You say it's a caster level check. Okay, which is going to. Hope I don't blow up. It's going to attempt.
Concentrate.
Is going to concentrate on dispelling magic around us.
Okay, is it a 3rd level dispel or a 6th level?
It is a 3rd level dispel because I'm hoping it's easier because it's a lower level.
Okay, give me a caster level check, please.
All right.
The DC is 15 plus your spell level.
We can do this. 29.
You successfully cast your dispel magic and conjure around you a 20-foot aura of good magic sound.
Well done.
You actually see the multicolored strands of the weave kind of being pushed back, and some of the strands actually attach for a brief moment, and you actually saw the weave for a moment, and it's
Sonny's like, Barnabas, did you see that? Did you see that?
I'm right
I saw
fucking
the
here.
weave.
Yeah, I saw
The
it.
weave. The weave. I saw the weave. Could you feel the weave?
concentrating to cast your spell this way took an action, and then you took a standard action to cast your dispel magic.
If you're a meta magic caster, get boned, son.
Yeah.
Don't worry, wild magic tends to add meta magic to your
It's
spell.
just meta magic will happen if you don't concentrate.
Right.
That D10,000 chart.
There's bad stuff on there.
It's like.
There's good stuff on there.
But we've had it since we were playing second ed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had it that long.
Barnabas, would a heal spell fix that?
Yes, it would. Just could we fucking go?
So Widget
But-
and Barnabas?
You'll
Barnabas is going to delay until. Why don't you take Brenos and yeah.
You want me to take Brenos and the Mad Mage and
Yeah, and then I'll get Cog and the whatever the hell he brings out.
well, if it's a horrible abomination.
Then Cog will have to kill it because he found it.
That is a strong sense of responsibility, says Sonny on the other side.
Cog takes a stone out, finds a necklace around the creature, takes the necklace, puts the stone back.
So Barnabas, you're delaying or you're teleporting?
He's delayed.
Okay. Breno.
Brenos is going to put down. Actually, I'm going to sheath my weapon.
Okay.
I'm going to wander here. I'm going to grab him by the collar unceremoniously and drag his ass over back to the casters.
Okay. You could put them down in any configuration if you want. Pull them.
I need to keep the object on my person so it comes with us.
Okay. The unconscious half dirt art is not an object. He's a person at this point.
If you got time, you might want to pick up the pieces of the other dwarf. We can fix
Barnabus closes his eyes to hide the rolling of them. If I have time.
Are you still delaying, Barnabas?
Yeah, he's still delaying.
Hog, what are you doing?
I've got the tools. I'm gonna use them to get the. And then I'm gonna.
the face hugger, horrible twisted thing from the movie with the ice cube in Antarctica. The thing pops out.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
The thing.
I have long arms actually. I can do it from a distance.
Okay, give me a strength check. You could add 2 because you've got tools to help you move this block.
Oh.
This is where we find out Ramadeus had babies, and now that we're close to Limbo, that's where they were breeding, and they just...
Oh no.
Strength. Oh,
Oh, no.
shit. A strength check, huh?
Cover your orify.
Plus 2 tools. You got tools.
10.
Okay, so you spend
No, 12.
one action pulling at this big stone thing. It's starting to budge. What are you doing with your
Alright.
next action?
Again.
Okay.
Good hope.
Oh, so 14 first time, 12 the second time.
Okay, so does not crack the DC, I'm thinking. So you spend 2 actions pulling at this stone. It's 10. It doesn't really budge at this point. Finally, you're like, okay, let's just give it one big heave. And you
Legion was
pull.
slowly aiming a finger towards that rock.
Yep.
This is great in mind.
You're
Hog has
very
long arms,
dexterous.
that's
You
5 feet
scramble
away.
out of the way to not bust one of your feet. Do you have See Invis?
Now, would See Invis be running from the time that we got here?
It's 10 minutes per level.
10 minute levels.
I don't remember how much time has passed since we.
An
Oh,
hour
you
has
got
passed. A little over an hour.
Okay,
Plus
so
the
we would
time
have 2
of
hours.
researching all those rooms and stuff. So if you walked into the initial fight with 10 minute per levels, they're not running anymore.
Invis is gone.
Okay,
See
so
Invis
you
is
could
gone.
see a chamber that looks, at least the first part of it looks chiseled, and the rest looks like it's well cut and perhaps even adorned. There is a louder sound of the waves kind of crashing through these hallways, and whatever the creature is, it's just on the other side of the lip. Like the stone cut is about 3 or 4 feet off the ground, and you can hear it.
So, can those of us who have seen invisibility on the other end friggin' see what's out there?
So you're around Gundren Rockseeker is the way you're scrying. You can see around.
No, I mean
The people
Brennos
there.
and
Oh yeah. Whatever it is, it's just on the other side. You can't.
But that sound is.
Yeah, there's something that seems to be in a lot of agony and a lot of pain, a lot of distress, as we'll call it, distressed. Hey.
It's not a big deal. You can buy... People pay extra for distressed jeans, so it's fine.
So you see a fairy begin to kind of try to flutter, but as it flutters, it falls and almost melts against the lip where the stone was removed. And for those that have see invisibility, you can see its flesh is all kind of warped and like a wave going over its flesh. You can see it turn into like part bird, part frog, and then back into a fey creature. But his eyes are all not in the right place. His wings turned into almost like little claws on his back as he stopped flying. It looks like his form is randomly polymorphing. It sounds horribly painful.
Barnabas is just like, wild magic can be bad.
I mean,
Don't look at me.
the bad man, I can I understand that. I didn't.
Yeah, alright. Where are you, little one? I can't see you.
Oh, you don't want to see him. Just grab it
Oh,
and don't
fuck!
look.
Let's put the rock back.
Alright, Ragnum Dowerstone, Thogrim, Agony, Sunny, Aemon, Amadeus, Slake.
What's happening? Sounds like something in a polymorph. I can't see. Bring them over here. Bring it over. You'll go to Brenos. Brenos, bring the statue over to the. No. Oh.
Start collecting the treasure.
Widget is the Nerdro Rockseeker. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I could. Hang on a second. I don't.
Okay, Cog, because you're the closest, you can hear deeper within the halls some weird murmuring and dripping.
I don't want to make more dripped.
Some
Let's go.
chaotic gibbering, if you will.
I am a caregiver. Alright, I've had about enough of this shit. I'm gone. Barnabas, hurry up.
Put a wall here. A wall.
Okay, so what is Barnabas doing with the delay, or are you just
He's going to delay again until Cog gets to him.
a widget? What are you doing?
Widget is going to teleport with Brenos, Ragnum Dowerstone, and the Petrified Gundren.
Okay.
He's going to concentrate on it just in fucking case.
Okay, is this a greater teleport?
No, this is a regular teleport. If we end up in the wrong place, then I'll greater teleport.
Okay, so give me a percentile.
If we end up someplace weird.
I think Barnabas has the compass. So.
25, we're good.
Okay, so this group teleports back to the main chamber in the fortress.
Sonny's like, I can't see now. Why did you do that?
Fucking magic.
Yeah, it's a place where his magic is fucked.
Yeah, Sonny, your scrying spell kind of went, or your scrying sensor went chasing after the teleportation, the center,
You see
the focus
yourself,
of your teleport.
seeing yourself.
No, the sensor can't keep up with the teleporting foe, and then your scry just breaks off.
That makes Sonny want to scry on himself, scrying on himself. Just to make it tribute.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And then paint it. Okay, so we've got Brenos is back. Probably just puts the statues down and everything.
He puts the statue down and his eye is fucked. That Spellforge place is Sunny. When are they coming?
Cog?
And I reach over and I hear the thing is there. Can I reach over and grab whatever is there?
Yeah, you can reach out and touch it.
Okay, reach out, grab whatever is there. I have long arms running.
So a large sweeping action till you.
Okay, so yeah, you pick it up, and at first you thought it was like a little fairy creature, but then it felt like an amorphous, spongy, shapeless mass, and then it changed between like a bird and a hamster, and then back to a fae, all in a few seconds in your hands.
Oh, that's disturbing. He's going to just run up here and.
Somebody's going to appreciate the Deadwood cave a lot.
Okay.
As he runs up,
Cog's holding something, and you've got see invis up or not?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so you see what it is, and it looks like something horrible happened to the fairy. You do recognize him as Madrick the Mad,
Oh,
who's a male pixie in his better days.
yeah, well, you are now a cautionary tale.
Teleporting?
Yeah.
Greater teleport or normal?
Normal teleport with the aid of the...
Of the Caboose?
Yes, the caboose. 31.
Nice. So you teleport back with Madrick the Mad. Fortunately, you did not have enough time to pick up the pieces in front of the...
Well, hopefully nobody comes and eats one. We'll put them back together again later.
Eamon, just glances at Barnabas when he returns, gives him a nod. You could tell, Sonny, he was worried about Barnabas.
He really likes you. He was worried about everything.
Oh, and there's this whining from this creature that is turning into puddles of polymorphic forms.
Oh! That's not right. We'll detect magic on him.
Cog just throws him to the ground ugh.
Okay.
I don't throw him, but I put him on the ground ugh.
There is magic coming off of him as you're trying to isolate him from others, and he's invisible.
Knowledge.
As Fae tend to be, so...
Knowledge Arcana. If this is an effect caused by a wild magic incident, would a dispel magic... I guess it's wild magic, you can't really know. I'll make the roll anyway, for another 60.
What does it have a duration?
Yeah, there's... If anything could happen in wild magic, it could be any effect.
So it's possible.
Yeah.
So Barnabas will cast a dispel magic on this polymorphic effect.
Okay. For a brief moment, he seems to turn back into a Fae. Give me your dispel check.
Plus 20.
But it appears it is not a dispellable effect.
Could be a curse.
I don't know.
Why? He's really loud. Why don't we go put him in the Deadwood space, and we can talk to him for a bit to figure out what happened to him, and then decide what the remedy is.
I've got to dispel magic ready. Great job.
No, Sonny's right. Bring him to the Deadwood hole.
Yes.
Okay. The doors are left open by Slake. Slake comes. Solves everything. No magic. So he gently puts down, and the creature appears, and you notice that its horrible corporeal instability of sorts goes away, and there is a welcome to your new prison. There is a exhausted-looking and kind of drooly fairy.
Hello. We spoke before.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Not good.
Understandable. What did you do that caused your problem?
I don't want to go back there. There's something in the water.
We don't need to go back there. Well, we need to go back there, but you don't need to go back there.
There's something in the water.
What's in the water?
I can't describe it. I don't know.
Were you bitten?
Too many mouths. Too many eyes. Too many flippers.
Is there a, does this cart stop anywhere where I could just, hop off? I mean,
Amadeus, we found your cousin.
Madrick the Mad, Sonny, do you have any ranks in heal?
I have a rank in heal.
Cog has Lots of rank and heal.
All right.
I
give
use
me,
magic to heal.
Yeah, give me a.
Cogs heal.
Sunny will
Yeah.
aid.
All right. You're aiding.
Yes. I auto aid with my rank and heal.
Is Good Hope still on?
Yep, it was cast before we went.
43.
Well, not good hope while you're standing in the anti-magic zone.
That part's
When I stand back, then no, then 42 or 41. Sorry.
Okay. He has a significant amount of wisdom drain. He's got about 10 wisdom drain.
I've seen this before. Yeah, Amadeus. I actually think we did find a relative of yours, a much bigger one.
He's kind of, at this point in time, with such low wisdom, he's sort of easily manipulated.
Amadeus or Slake. Could we is it, did you say drain or damage?
Drain.
Drain.
Oh, they're so expensive. Slake, could you assist in
Yeah.
Anesthesia.
He picks him up.
Who are you? Oh, you're the League, aren't you? I know you.
Yes, we are the League.
We're supposed to get to the Spellforge before you.
Yeah, but you won't. Don't worry.
Oh. Yeah, there are bad things in that Wave Echo Cave. Bad things.
You want to tell me like what?
Bad things in the water. Too many eyes, too many mouths, too many tentacles.
Amadeus. All right, what's this about a relative? just to add trauma.
One of them touched me, and I couldn't stay. I tried to stay fairy.
Knowledge. I'm guessing planes.
Me knowledge planes.
I will take one of my many 20s I can take on knowledge planes.
Okay.
And get an aid from Polly, and I'll see if I can get an aid from Eamon as well. Get an aid from Eamon as well, so that's plus 9. I still got Good Hope going, and I am not in the thing. So 40 plus 49, 69, and just for shits and giggles, 1d6.
Is it a mythic surge or?
Nope, it's just his insight, his plus 2. So it'll be 71, and it is called his inspiration. He's got amateur investigator, so he's got inspiration points.
Okay, well, something that makes your mind more pliable and that changes your body, causing you to basically turn into goo. This is the cursed touch of a chaos beast. And chaos beasts are amorphous, horrid masses of barbed tentacles, glaring eyes, gnashing teeth, and twisting and shaping forms.
Now that sounds like
They are
it's
outsiders, and they come from
limbo. All right, so whatever's in the water comes from limbo. Not when I say whatever, what I mean is it's a chaos beast.
It's a contact curse.
And
If this thing got drained to wisdom 0,
yeah,
in a matter of minutes or less, perhaps even rounds, would have turned into a chaos beast and probably got absorbed by other chaos beasts, or touching him is probably a bad idea. Touching him inside this null magic zone seems to be okay.
okay.
The cog touched him.
Cog, how are you feeling?
Fine.
Okay. So,
Okay, Marty, do I feel fine?
You feel fine.
No, I step out and talk to him.
It's a curse, right?
Yep.
I feel
yes,
fine.
it is a curse.
All right. Is the curse-
Non-magic fairies. I like it.
I want to use magic.
Shut up. Jeez. No, you don't. That's what got you into this trouble.
Don't
do have-
shake the fairy.
We do have a problem, though.
Uh,
In order to get to him, I had to remove one of the blocks that were placed. I didn't get a chance to put it back.
Bad things in the water.
yes, they're called chaos beasts. They're from Limbo.
I snuck in when the 4 dwarves came. I wasn't sure what to do. I couldn't go back into that chamber.
Which chamber? The one with all the things turning things to stone?
It was madness.
All right, that's the one.
Silent and Megan, they're on the stairs. The little chickens came out from everywhere.
Cockatrice, yes.
There are hordes of them, and lizards, and big bulls.
Oh, yeah, those
Some
are
of the lizards flew. Some of them were like snakes.
Gorgons, basilisk. There's
I
also
saw some ladies in the darkness smiling at us. They had snakes.
Medusa, yeah. Now, did you see the large Naga queen?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Now,
oh.
is the cursing related to his wisdom, or is it a separate thing?
Yeah, well, it is. What happens is a chaos beast touch you and drains sort of that aspect of your mind. And once it's all gone, you turn into a chaos beast. Now, possibly absorbed into another one. Chaos beasts are amorphous things.
If we were to restore his wisdom, would the gooification stop?
You'd have to remove the curse. Mark is talking out his ass, but he's assuming he's right. Yes.
Would that be a dispel or something that requires? It's a curse. It's magical.
The dwarves, they were scary. They didn't even care that.
The dwarves, the brickers,
I think so.
they're still alive.
They went into the halls.
There you go, Slake. You still got something to do.
There was a guy with an onyx eye and a really heavily armored one, and a lady. She had one of the Medusa heads in her hands. And then the leader was the chief. I heard him called Cobalt. If you go deeper within, past the fungal area, you'll find some buildings.
That's where they are.
I think they're holed up in one of the buildings. You can tell because it starts to get really loud.
The echo, you mean, from the wave?
Yeah, if you go to where the fire creatures are, you've gone too far.
Oh,
There's a whole bloody planescape down there.
There's a whole bunch of fiery skulls. They're all around a big bellows. And watch out for the ghouls.
ghouls.
I think the ghouls are dwarves. They seem really hungry, but they're really old.
All right.
And
I'm kind of confused. What the fuck is in there? What
I
is
saw
not
a
in
big
there?
floating
Everything.
eyeball thing.
A floating eyeball thing.
He looks. Cog looks at Barnabas. He's like,
No, he knows what I think he knows what he's saying.
overall, all these things living in the same. Well, it's not the same area, but
Oh, it's madness in there. It's madness. Oh,
That's what happens when a blaze is connected to limbo. Yeah, it tends to be
the
madness.
onyx-eyed guy was able to command the ghouls to go away.
Alright, he's a cleric then.
Yeah. Ludiger or something?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we know him.
I'm familiar.
Oh. Can I come out?
If you do,
no, you're standing here with me.
if you do, you're gonna start twisting all over again.
I'm so headachy. I need to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
well,
can't fly out of here. You're gonna turn into goo again. Magic curse. Dory, this is the Deadwood Hall. Don't touch the trees in any.
Cog's like,
So Sunny's like, which one do we want to fix the mind of? They're both kind of broken.
that would at least has found some sort of relief. The dwarf is just the D-Day to heal spell.
I do have a heal in this cloak. It can still be used.
thought you
also
used it
have a
on
heal
yourself.
spell.
I didn't. I used those. I used my potions and I used the healer's kits.
Okay.
I didn't use them myself.
Well, that
So
should do
we
it.
could heal both of them, which would restore their, lost faculties.
Why are we using your powerful heal spell on these people?
For intelligence, so we know it's in there. They've been inside.
Well, yeah, go rob the memories of that little thing.
If I put him out, he
Oh.
starts.
Right. Don't use the heal spell. He's like, that's for us.
Are we going to go inside today? I've tapped out many of my spells.
Is anything else going to show up here today? There seems to be a bunch of different factions and a bunch of monsters we don't understand.
Fine, then we'll leave our spells till the end till night, before we rest.
Besides, there's looting to be done.
Yes. Let's finish looting.
That's right.
Let's get back to this shit. The series, the real
Fucking
stuff.
lazy.
Yep, Thogrim and 6-1 are. They stick the poke their heads around from the garbage of the
Looting?
constructs.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on?
All right. At
Yep.
this point, Sunny's going to walk over to the cleric and heal him.
Which one?
The guy with like the eyeball
dwarf?
hanging out of his
Oh, okay.
head.
Yep.
You might want to put the eyeball in before you do that.
Uh,
Cog will come with you.
we just
Whoa! Don't do that yet.
No, Barnabus, you're gonna heal. Barnabus wants to be there.
Okay, with a complicated surgery check or heal check, you could put the eyeball in before the heal spell is applied.
Yeah.
It's still attached to its optical cord. So.
Well, he's not gonna.
I've
fight
seen a
yet.
lot of dwarves. They usually don't have eyeballs in their beard.
Who can aid?
Amadeus could
Sunny.
aid, but he gives two shits about this dwarf.
Sunny can aid. If that's supposed to, because he's really wise.
Just
Good
looking-
hope.
That's not right.
It doesn't belong in the beard.
Anybody
If it's wrong.
else? Thogrim's looting. All right.
Yeah, Thogrim's pointing out to Agony and Amadeus which parts of the golems we need to collect.
Yeah, if it were up to Amadeus, we'd bring him back, get the information we need, snap his neck, and take his things.
Stuff's all there.
I still think we're taking his things, but he might
Yeah,
be
we
part
are.
of the menagerie. That's the thing.
You now work for us. 48 heal check.
48.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. You were able to put the eyeball back in and kind of like thread the optical nerve back in. And if it wasn't for a heal spell, this may have taken much longer, or other things may have had to happen. But all the bits are in the right place when the heal spell goes off, and he awakens fully healed. How many hit points?
130.
140.
130
30.
gets
sorry.
rid of all of his non-lethal and all of his lethal damage, as well as the permanent insanity that was cast upon him.
I hope you're friendly, because if not, things are going to go very sideways quickly.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Sunny. We spoke before. How are you doing?
Could be better. Reaches out his hand.
We'll pick him up off the ground.
Yep. Oh, we shouldn't have two petrified Gundrens. I don't know why.
That's fine. They're flanking us. You have had a rough couple of days, I think.
He's trying to think.
Oh, it's all a bad dream. I managed to get into the Rockseeker camp. Oh, that bitch. The Naga. Naga peeked her head down and cast a spell, and I went all nutty.
Right, yeah. She is a problem.
That's the one that tried to disintegrate your face, Cog.
Yes, precisely. Her.
He's looking around now.
Several of your companions are dead. This is true.
He goes over and looks at Brock. He passes a glance to Amadeus and Agony, who have taken like a belt and some stuff off of Brought and like some stuff from Genna. He doesn't say anything.
If Amadeus notices a look, he flat out says, "You got something to say?"
No.
I don't think so. Found a gold coin!
Found a gold coin. Oh, so hard.
He just sort of swallows whatever he's feeling, and he walks back to the rest of you. He looks at Barnabus. He knows who you guys are.
What now?
Well, we would appreciate if you could tell us what you saw in there.
Fucking madness.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning, shall we?
Sure.
Entrance. What happened?
We crept in.
Alright, do you use magic?
Well, it was a creepy place. Big statue. We knew that there might be critters inside. We saw some tracks. We cast our battle spells. And we went in. Of course, we were just exploring at that time. We saw some weird smoke coming out there. We split up. Some of us went into the fortress. She was looking around. And some of us went into the mine.
Oh, they split the party. You never split the party.
You never split the party. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, well, when you travel with a fae and a ranger and an elf, sometimes they just go off and do things. No one really tells the giant what to do. And we got a wizard. So yeah, it was stupid.
Alright, fair enough. Moving on. So
we weren't expecting whatever the fuck went on here, and he was looking around. In fact, Rockseekers never said anything about others.
I'm guessing the Rockseekers never encountered this, otherwise they would have been part of
He
it.
shifts uncomfortably.
Yeah. None of you died, huh?
Only temporarily.
Not really.
Two guys are very quiet.
Nothing permanent.
The no harm, no foul. We were told to intercept some of the Rockseeker messages. We know the Rockseekers were working with the Barak.
Right. And who are you working for again?
Well, free riders are... Wait, you find the ferry yet?
Yeah, terribly cursed. So currently sitting in a dead magic zone with a construct, but ultimately unharmed, short of some terrible damage to the mind.
The
But still,
construct has a long history of making friends with Fae. I assume they're getting along swimmingly.
Magic said that it was wild magic. He thought it was like a place touched by something called the First World. He went crazy, went running off. Like I said, free riders. You just do what you want. He looks kind of annoyed.
They don't have a charter or anything?
you need a charter, otherwise it's just madness.
Well, up until this point, it did us well. It confound our enemies with strange tactics and whatever. Magic's still alive. He can tell you what he saw in those.
He's resting now.
Naga came up to me, touched me with her tail, and everything went crazy.
Just almost right off the bat to happen.
Huh?
Almost right off the bat, the Naga came to you.
Well, I lingered there for a while. I searched around. We discovered the Rockseeker tunneling. They weren't in any position to talk.
Yeah, we saw.
I don't know where the third brother is.
How did the statue get smashed?
I was like that when we got there. At least me and the mad sprite.
Barnabus is just doing a sense motive.
Yeah, he's not trying
He
to
didn't
hide
do
it
it,
at
right.
this point in time.
Did you see
He's
the
actually
big...
trying to be helpful because he thinks he doesn't want you. He thinks that you might be in danger.
Do you have a favorite animal?
Or what?
What's your favorite small animal?
He looks to Barnabas like, "Do you seriously need to know this?"
Just indulge him, please.
Ferrets.
Ferret. All right, perfect. Did you see the big statue? What does it look like? Can you show my friend?
With your
Well,
permission.
it's in that cave over there. If you want, you'd be mad to go sightseeing in that place.
Exactly. So what I propose is I have a spell that will let me look at your memories at a certain point in time.
Okay.
With your permission, of course.
This conversation's going much more friendly.
Well, because he's cooperative.
This buys us safe passage.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a time getting here.
Well, one could imagine, yeah.
You guys are going in there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Maybe I will have to walk out by my own. Can I wait here, assuming the fortress is safe?
Sure. There's actually,
The ghosts will be coming back at some point, but it's...
yeah, but you should be safe in the we're calling it Deadwood Hall. There's a bunch of Circa trees.
He spits into his hand.
And as the senior member of the Free Riders, I say that we call off any hostilities in bad blood.
Cogs, did we have any?
I didn't know we had hostilities.
I didn't know either.
Well, yeah, we didn't have any to begin with. Well, apparently you were trying to,
Let's just say our orders weren't as friendly.
Oh, that's terrible. But yeah, sure.
Not explicitly violent, but not beyond sabotage or taking advantage.
That is shocking. Shocking.
Let's call it, we're all being used by our dwarven masters.
Yeah, fair enough. Barnabas thinking back to, well, us not so much anymore.
Somebody's using somebody.
He shakes your hand. He seems to like the deal.
Now, if you are concerned about ghosts, because we did encounter the Ghost Lord, are you familiar?
The fuck? I didn't come into this place. I went into the mines.
No, the Ghost Lord's from the desert.
Yeah, we had problems.
Yeah, alright, sandstorms and the like.
Sandstorms, a weird line thing.
Yeah, they're fucking on. They're coming back and forth. Anyway, you go to the place with the trees. There's another dwarf there, doesn't look like, but he's a dwarf. Slake, you might have heard of him. Anyway, no magic. Nothing supernatural can happen in there, so ghosts can't get to you.
So rest in there.
That's my recommendation.
That's where the pixie is.
That's where your pixie friend is, yeah.
No magic, though.
No magic.
Fine.
About that memory.
Yeah. Prior to
What
your
the-
entry into the non-magic land.
The Titan, the old god Titan thing. What does it look like?
Sure.
What is it?
All right. I thank you very much for your cooperation. Excuse me.
It's just the memory thing.
It's just a memory. No alterations. No messing with your mind.
Fine. Get it over with.
Right?
Besides, if you messed with it, you would remember it as soon as you went into the anti-magic field.
Oh, that's correct.
Interesting.
Barnabus casts Share Memory.
Widget is going to take this opportunity to have a think and go into the anti-magic field to see if any of his memories feel weird. Has anybody diddled with my doodle?
To have on your sheet modified memory.
I don't believe I have any modified memories, but, you know,
Okay.
I spent a lot of time in the Shadow Plane, so...
With an illithid.
With an illithid, he might have physically modified things which wouldn't leave a spell trace, but... He's just...
Anybody want to spend a DM point?
I want to, but I'm trying to think of something really cool.
I would.
He
but it's
came
my
here
character.
via Shavaramar, the weird cloaker creature, and then the illithid that travel with him. So there could have been an opportunity for something. Now, would he realize it?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So I think that there's a DM point and then like an int check or something to see if you even know, because you have a lot of memories, right?
Yeah, okay, I got it. I'll spend my DM point. So give me a intelligence check. The DC is 20 to recall something that might have been wiped. Oh, that's harsh.
Okay. I think I'm good.
Okay, there's, I don't know, a slight flash, but dead magic, you don't have access to your spells, you store spells in your mind.
Feels, yeah. Okay.
As a spellcaster, you're like, this is not, it does not make you feel easy. Resting in a dead magic zone might also be very rough for...
Yeah, it's not going to go well.
Yeah.
Additionally, it's actually lower than that because my int bonus for my item doesn't apply.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You see an awe-inspiring ruins of a city, subterranean, with a gigantic, titanic, multi-armed statue with one hand holding up the ceiling. There are grand stairs that lead down towards a path where you could see some light at the end. And this is the scene that Barnabas sees.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
That's what a cool thing
the
that is.
the gigantic Colossus of a creature, it appears to be fashioned to look like it's holding up the roof of the cavern, like separating it, like some gigantic titan. The ruins are some ancient civilization that has long been swept away. So much to study.
I'm counting 4 arms, I think.
There are a bunch of stony creatures along the stairs, some of which are broken, some of which have been petrified and absolutely destroyed. Others seem to be almost in perfect shape. Some there for so long that like moss and lichen are growing off of them. You can you can see the memory of how Megan Swiftblade and Scylla Leafrunner and the dwarf and the Fae were walking down here, picking their way through the corpses. One of them disturbed one of the bodies, and then hordes of these chicken-like creatures come out from everywhere, and they're running around, pecking. Let me show you what the little chickens look like.
Little bastards.
They came out of crevices, and they were just running around and pecking at the
Zombie
foods. There were creatures that slithered out of the rocks. Some of them just sort of blended in. These were a small group of basilisks.
Oh fuck!
Oh my god. It's that whole, like, make a dozen fort saves or...
I think
He'd eat it.
if I remember correctly, the cockatrices actually have to bite you, but the basilisks are a problem.
The Medusa's also a problem.
And the Gorgon, I think, breathes on you.
Breathes on you, yeah.
This activity caused a bunch of gargoyle-looking things to descend from the roof. They look like part basilisks, part dragons.
Dracolisks.
Off to the side, kind of down into the ruins, riding a metal bull, was this horrid-looking woman. So Medusa's riding. Okay.
It's Medusa riding a Gorgon.
Oh.
Yep.
There were other women with snakes for eyes, or for hair, sorry, that were lingering in the ruins.
This is why I don't want to be in this room.
No. And then we're going to call them rattlelisks.
It's the basilisk from Harry Potter.
Very large snake-like creatures. It's at this point in time that the dwarf casts a spell which turns him into an earth elemental, and he goes into the ground. The Fae just simply was invisible and flies off towards the light, but these two corporeal beings, Megan and Silent, just simply, according to the memory, never make it past the stairs. They kind of run through a few things, fire off a few arrows. She eventually draws her blade as there's chickens all over the place, and there's just too many things that are causing petrification for them to survive.
Oof.
It in a few moments exploded into activity.
Okay.
The last thing that the dwarf saw was coiling around the statue a naga that you've seen already, kind of looking down upon her trap. Queen Shephatiah of the Lost Mines. She's likely the one, according to him, that just kind of followed him, knew where he was going, and made him insane.
Mm-hmm. Now the statue, do I know what that's a statue of?
Yeah, give me a knowledge religion.
I am going to take one of my 20s.
Okay.
Get an auto aid from Polly. I will see about the aid from... I get an aid from Eamon. So that's 34, that's 47, 67. Plus 1d6. So 70, and just for shits and giggles, I'm going to spend a mythic point for display of intelligence and add another 20 to that, giving me a total of 90.
Okay, so you have to go back. They actually think it's a Titan. They're close. It's of a family of gods related to the Titan, but it actually became earlier than the Titans. One of the first gods to emerge from chaos itself.
Okay.
His mistress was the goddess Nyx. He was the father of many gods to come, including air, sleep, and death.
Okay.
You think he's related to through like deific lines to the Titans as well as to this Olympian group of gods. He was a god of darkness, but him and his mistress also, in a weird twist of fate, decided that darkness wasn't the only thing that needed to be in the multiverse, and ended up creating light, or some light deities that happened out of that.
Okay.
So they're also said to guard, I don't know, passages to the underworld. Maybe in this case, the passage to a different plane. Primordial hasn't had a priesthood in probably 10,000 years. You, with your great knowledge, was able to summon up his name. In fact, you found a weapon that was called the Fang of Erebus that was hanging on the back of Slake's new chair.
Okay. All right.
So, what is
He was born out of the primeval void of chaos, a personification of deep darkness and shadows.
All right. So Barnabas releases the spell. Oh, I'll just show you. Share memory, and he shares the memory with Sunny.
Okay.
Look at all the things that can turn you to stone. See, I told you Rumble was friendly. He didn't lie.
It's quite dangerous.
Okay.
Everything
Sonny,
is here.
some of those creatures running around in that horde of petrifying creatures are mythic. Not every one of them, but some of them are.
The Medusa on the Gorgon is mythic, I guarantee.
There's just a big swarm of them. You're not sure, but you have an uncanny knack to recognize mythic creatures, and Queen Shephatiah is not the only one.
There are multiple mythic creatures in there.
Really?
Yes. And I don't think it's as easy as you think. Not always does it have a funny hat or something.
But what do you mean? The mythic I think mythic creatures have funny hats.
No, something the Fae used to say. If you don't know who's in charge, look for the one with the funny hat. It's how humans decide who's in charge. He motions to Barnabas' hat.
That only counts at church.
He again motions to your hat.
This is functional and stylish.
Funny hat.
Hold the smokes.
All right, I'm gonna move this mess of enemies off the map.
All right. So, question is,
Would we be adverse to just cloud killing the cavern?
no,
The cavern's vast. A cloud kill, you'd be lucky to.
Lots of cloud kills. 3 days of just cloud kills rolling down the cavern.
There's some ancient civilization that definitely predates the Imperium. It predates probably even the Elsyr Vale. And if we're talking about people that thought enough about a primordial god to make a statue of him, I don't know, it could be thousands of years old.
yeah. So this is definitely a place worth exploring. I mean, once we've cleared it and to study it, I mean, this place is clearly thousands of years old.
The dwarves have clearly used some of the stones for the construction of not only the mine area, the wave echo mines, but also probably Karak. Like they might have carted some of the old stone from these rubble to make things out of them.
So
just quarried it from this ruin.
There's a problem.
There are many problems with what we've just seen.
I can't turn someone back from stone.
Is that not just a druid spell?
No, it's actually a wizarding spell. I can do it. You should be able to do it if you tried hard. Do you feel like trying hard?
Yeah, I could try. Fine. I'll try.
You'll try? Okay, thank you. So.
Stone to flesh?
Yep, stone to flesh. You should know it. It's in there somewhere if you really try to, stretch yourself.
Yep, can't do it. I don't have 6th level spells.
Why don't you have 6th level spells?
Just don't know them. I was busy learning, everything else in the world.
Give me a spellcraft check, Sonny.
Okay. Because I'm learning every other spell in the world.
Pretty sure.
That's why, Sonny. That's why I don't know the spell.
Pretty sure break enchantment would work.
Break enchantment might, depending on what the source of the petrification was.
The spell frees victims of enchantments, transmutations, and curses.
38.
If the spell is one that cannot be dispelled by dispel magic or stone to flesh, break enchantment works only if that spell is 5th level or lower.
Right, and then there's going to be a bunch of supernatural abilities. Sorry. Basically, this would be used in place. This is actually better because you don't have a saver die with this.
Correct.
But there's a cast level check.
Correct.
Yep. So
break enchantments. You got what on your
38.
Yeah, you work out the differences.
So we can break enchantment to defrost someone. It does take some time, although I might be able to accelerate it through the power of Volcanica.
Yeah, I can try that too.
That place, that civilization, was it in the region where the wild magic was?
I suspect not. Did you have any trouble casting your spell to turn yourself into an earth elemental?
No.
The weird magic shit didn't happen until the Rockseeker camp. Kind of emanates out of there.
Yeah, so the closer you get to the water, that's where the wild magic starts.
So if that's the case, then I could use the power of Volcanica to unstone people. Otherwise, it would be something that like Widget could do rapidly, although you might die in the process. It's best not to be turned to stone.
I agree.
If there isn't anything else, I'm gonna go and check up on the ferry.
Hey, can we get anything for giant teeth?
Just shakes his head. So the victor goes the spoils, he says to Barnabas.
Yeah. Barnabas just shrugs like, yeah.
Dowerstone and wanders off.
If it makes any difference, he was already an automaton by the time we met him.
He just nods. Perhaps it does. Perhaps Ragnar's keeping score. He's a dwarf. He has a long time to live. Their party already got their ass beat. He's pretty much like resigned that this expedition for his party has failed.
Well, in addition, we picked up his body. We didn't pick up his teeth. So he's going to be eating a lot of freaking applesauce in the future.
I don't know. I guess regenerate would regenerate teeth. Yeah, so he's big, toothless. He'll have to get some new shiny whites.
Well, he's a priest. He has to just practice harder.
Yeah. Ragnar does not share whether or not he can cast Break Enchantment, but he did listen to you guys talk about it. Barnabas, with your insane sense motive, he thought that it was good to know. Like, he might be able to cast Break Enchantment himself. He does, before entering this place, he does reach into underneath his armor and clutch onto likely a holy or unholy symbol. He does pray before marching into the entry hall. You can hear the low, muffled conversation between Slake and Petrified. Hey, is this guy all right?
Yeah, he's all right.
Welcome to No Magic Hall.
So, did we just stick a fae who's half mad in a dark room where he can't see, alone with Slake?
Yep.
All right then.
Quite literally not my problem.
Sunny, Mistress up there cooing against you after you.
Oh, I sort of missed her. I wasn't paying attention. We should test out the break enchantment thing on the Rockseeker.
Yes, let's do that now.
I think I prepare break enchantment, although I might have stopped preparing it when I got mythic points because it's one that. Oh no, I do prepare one.
If you prepare one, it's probably going to be.
It's casting time 1 minute, so I don't know if you're.
Well, the way the mythic points work.
You cast it as a standard action.
It's as a standard action. You make a spell.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not a standard. It's not like as a standard action you like a spell of a standard action. It's just.
All right. If you need to scry now, you can cast.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you could mythic point it.
I'm not going to mythic now, but it's the.
May as well take the time if you got it prepared.
Yeah, I've got one prepared.
I don't have it prepared, but I can prepare them tomorrow.
Also, just for funsies, it's considered a supernatural. Inspired spell is a supernatural power, but it might be a supernatural power that produces a spell. Weird. I don't know. They're written funny. I don't want to
Oh
think
my
about it. It
god,
hurts
the
my brain.
gaze of basilisks. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that.
Are
No, we know.
extraordinary.
Checking each of those creatures before we go. So you may as well tell us.
This petrification is extraordinary.
Oh, fuck off!
Which makes zero sense. In the sense section of the game, that makes none of it.
Gaze extraordinary. It's got to be a typo. We will look later, but
An errata on that because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's the anti-magic field with basilisks inside.
nah, we're just basilisks and ropers just all chilling out
In anti-magic field.
in the anti-magic cone.
No.
Did I?
Stick one monster there just because it's fucking
A
trollish.
rust monster and then just a beholder to just
To create the anti-magic cone. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, we will break enchantment upon the petrified Gundren.
Okay, I'm
Rockseeker.
going to rule that the CR of the creature is its caster level for the effect, so you need to break DC 20 effect to break
Okay.
Gundren Rockseeker out of his petrified form.
Hang on.
Sorry, the CR
The
is
CR is of the creature is
Is it-
20?
No.
10 plus
There's a 15 plus caster level. Or give me a second. Against 11 plus the caster level of the effect. Okay,
So
it's 16.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see.
I was going to say,
You had-
those are going to be hard saves.
Yeah.
Let's see. Caster
Something
level
makes
could
it.
be the hit dice, but anyways, you make it, and Gundren doesn't have to make a fort save. And he turns fleshy.
Hello again.
He gives Sonny a hug.
Hello. See, friendly. We're friends here.
You found me.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Praise the morning, Simon, you found me. Wait. My brother. Oh,
We
no.
might be able to put the one together. What about the other one?
100. He was in there, wasn't he?
There's a statue that was in pieces, but I think there's something that we can do about that.
Nundro.
That magic can fix most things, including your brother's petrified bits.
And where's your third brother, though?
Is he with the brick hammers?
Yeah, the brickhammers they kind of moved in.
Do you know where they are?
Well, I saw their caravan arrive.
Do you know where they went?
Well, the fortress.
Hey, he's looking around.
Oh,
No, there was a group of brick hammers that entered the mines.
no. No, I got there first. Well, my brothers got there first, but I avoided all them chickens.
How did you get past the chickens?
Oh, yeah. I brought enough potion.
Invisibility.
Yeah.
Did that work? Did you see the woman riding the Gorgon?
Woman's? Nah. I saw lots of statues, though. I kind of wanted to take some of the stuff off them, but it seemed a little suspicious. Magic just lying around. Plus, I saw the chickens, and there were basilisks. But I found my brother's camp. He was already in pieces.
Oh.
And then one of them basilisks was actually in the camp. Invisibility wore off, and, well, that's all I remember. Well, I kind of remember wondering if I pooped myself or not. I couldn't feel my legs.
Did you?
I don't think so. And then
Good.
You guys. He's shaking Sonny's hand again. He seemed, that means you down there. That means you found the mines. Gundren and likely my other brother Tharden were likely, they cut into the stone. I saw their marks. I don't know where Tharden is. You didn't happen to see him, did you?
No, we didn't know. We found you, and we went and rescued you.
Gundren was always the cautious one. Tharden was always the one rushing in.
Well, look what he got him.
Is the fortress?
To be perfectly honest, the guy who was cautious is in pieces.
Is this a fortress?
Yeah, it's a fortress.
Oh, it's big. What happened? He's looking at the huge corpse pile and all the wreckage.
That is a long story, actually.
Long overdue justice happened.
Well, you're a sight for sore eyes. I'm glad you found me. Again. I owe you again. I'm sure Deverak will be very pleased by the return of all three of the Rockseeker brothers, especially given that we laid the stake. I saw that. It's what maybe kind of made me didn't quite see the basilisk that was curled up in a corner.
Yeah, fair enough.
Damn things.
Okay. So please.
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim.
That's all right. He's busy picking up.
Oh, man.
I'm tired.
So, are you taking this opportunity to, we're just gonna. Are you taking this opportunity to, are you you? Are you not you? I mean, you got a clean slate, and you got a body double. If you're gonna take this opportunity to be, anybody else, this is kind of the time before you go talk to that asshole.
Barnabas overhears any of this, he's going, and Sonny will blow that cover in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, Gundren's just chatting with Sonny and Cog at the point in time.
Ah, yes.
Thugrum seems to be looking at some of the salvage that he's picking up.
So we just, your call, bud. It's gonna it'll back off.
Yep. You see Thorgrim 6'1", just sort of looking at where his master is. His head kind of goes down a little bit in resignation. You can tell that Thorgrim 6'1" doesn't like the idea that his master would pretend to be someone else, but just keeps quiet.
But you'll have all the power, 6'1". You will be the Thogrim. You will get all of his inheritance and his mighty large debts.
Oh, that's a tour.
So all you need is a simulacrum to die, to be reincarnated, and then a credit card. Originally in your name. Yes. Whee! And because he's a spell slave, it will shop. Shop, and shop. Yeah, until the Inquisitors are like, he owes how much? Yeah, we'll start looking into it.
The credit Inquisitors.
Well, or you send your simulacrum to prison for you?
Probably anti-magic gates.
Go to the courthouse, turn yourself in, plead guilty.
I did it all.
Even that shit I didn't do, I did that too.
Did that. Put me away.
Anyways.
There's a Thogrim outside the window.
So clone is the new black. Is that what? Is it Orange is the New Black?
Orange is the
It's
New
Orange
Black.
is the
Orange
New
is the
Black.
Isn't that a prison show? Okay, all right.
Interesting.
Good thing we got the two other chuckleheads, because this guy ain't know nothing.
Oh,
What do you mean? I know lots. We found the mines, and we got a claim.
yes, that's all wonderful.
Yeah.
So, would you like to meet your roommates?
We're staying. We should go back to Overlook and Marshall. I mean, like a whole horde of workers start working in mines.
They can't work the mines till we clear the threats.
Oh, you mean the little chickens?
Yes, the basilisk and the Medusa.
Oh,
There's also the chaos beast of the elder god that's sitting in a puddle from the
what?
chaotic plane of limbo.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. Of course, I didn't look very far into the.
Yeah, that's a little bit farther in, apparently.
Well, that's what Taveric hired you for, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Let me know how I can help.
If I think of something, I will let you know.
Okay, he's now checking his pockets, and he's got something in one of his pockets that he pats. And
Found a bit of Dayfrill, did you?
What?
What do you got there?
Oh, I got one potion left. If you ran really far, you might be able to get down there.
he seems reluctant to relinquish his potion of invisibility.
You enjoy your potion of invisibility.
Right, so we're going to be here for a little bit. This castle is technically haunted. So,
Yeah, it's technically a haunted castle. That's kind of important. You should know that.
Oh,
Barnabus changing the subject.
there's a place
On
that
the case
is
of all them bodies over there.
surprisingly
Actually,
new.
could be new
Actually,
ghosts.
that didn't result in a haunting, surprisingly enough. Now that you mention it, maybe
Well,
it'll be more haunted.
One of Slake's uncles is a ghost, so yep, his corpse is probably in there somewhere.
There's a few ghosts, is the thing.
okay.
There's the one with the chains, the one that was angry that Slake said you've seen before, and then there was his uncle. So if the
Okay,
uncle's in the pile, we might be able to bless the body, inter it.
Gundren's just nodding his head, listening. All this stuff is clearly over.
He's like, "Whew."
He does pat around and goes,
I do have some ghost salt, enough for one weapon. You know, digging around in old places, sometimes you find ghosts of old miners and that sort of thing.
Sure, but if you just stay in dead weight hold, you'll be fine.
What?
It says magic doesn't work, so ghosts can't get in. It's fine.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
It is in a haunted castle, yeah.
Can I have a look?
Yes, you may go look. Yes.
Brenos will lead him over to the.
okay.
Oh, yeah, it looks like yeah.
Slake is a little bit touchy about trees. Don't defile them.
Trees underground? I'll be damned.
Not yet.
Hello? Hey, it's Gundren. Come sit down. We're having story time.
I can't see.
They lit some torches, not of the scissor wood, but
Doomafloin be with ye. Alright, let's find this fucking uncle. Brenos says, yeah, okay, we're gonna try to find the uncle.
all right. So it looks like you guys are doing hours of treasure.
Yeah, we're
sorting,
not going into that.
And then I need a survival check. Now that you know what the uncle looks like, that you're trying to find bits and pieces of his remains.
Amadeus will aid.
Okay.
Barnabas thinks that's a good idea. Do you mind if he takes the lead on it?
Brenos has learned a long time ago that you could just let friggin' Fancy Pants tell you what to do until it comes time to hit something.
Okay.
So
and I
Brenos
guess
will aid.
So
You
there's
know,
a search.
survival?
There's a search party. Agony is helping search, but what he's really doing is pulling trinkets and rings and things off of the corpses. So
The question is he pulling teeth? Oh, gold tooth.
gold. Yeah, he's pulling anything of value.
I'm just gonna see if Eamon's got survival, because if so,
So cog auto aids,
cog aids as well. All right.
cog aids. Thogrim can. Let me check.
Okay, I'm going to add to the looted part of the treasure sheet that Agony does pull off 1,000 gold pieces worth of minor trinkets and jewelry.
Oh, we get an aid from Eamon, so 1d20 plus 2.
Mostly
plus
dwarven jewelry.
6 plus 5 from Eamon.
No aid and no. What's it called? The other one.
No penalty?
5. Was it a penalty?
-2.
Minus
Plus
2?
2. Damn
Who's
it.
who got the -2? Thogrim?
It wasn't actually Thogrim, it was the talk.
Oh, the
Drabble
getting
talk.
eye? Okay.
Blink to watch.
Get your fucking eye away from me!
Keeps on looking at the wrong things, just distracting you guys.
All right. And given that I use linguistics to do this, which is an intelligence-based skill,
Mm-hmm.
I will add 20 from a display of intelligence.
So just to be clear, before the session in the pregame chat, we were having like a philosophical discussion about the etymology of names, and Mark is like, "I'm done. Fuck it, game time." And he has a character who would use like the etymology of words to track things down.
Touche.
Etymology and entomology. One's the study of insects, one's the study of
Word, not the bug one. If I've said the wrong one, just pick the one that's not bugs. Words, history of words.
It's called wordology.
Okay, so you search through the corpse pile and you search around, and finally you do find the remains of.
We got an 84.
You end up finding a torso, a separated head, and you have to look for. It looks like the torso had originally had some mechanical parts put to it, and then the really difficult part was matching up the arm hair to the back hair. So that you found both of the arms, but after several hours of work, disgusting work, you managed to jigsaw puzzle back together some remains of Slake's uncle.
Leg
Slayer.
bone's connected to the knee bone. The knee bone's connected to
You count your lucky stars as you're pretty sure if you put this body fully to the torch and maybe salt it, perhaps pour holy water over it, you might kill one of the ghosts before it has a chance to rejuvenate.
Let's do that.
Okay, you create a small pyre just for that body. Maybe you let Slake know that you're burning his uncle.
Yes, I think if Slake wants to
out
say
for
a few
funeral.
words.
Okay, Slake will come out. He doesn't say any words, but where are you doing the burning?
Well, I think we're eventually going to inter in the crypt. So we'll burn up here and then carry down to the crypt.
You can put him in the hearth. I managed to take the gunk out of the flute. The flue.
All right, sure. Oh fuck! I hate it in here.
Slayer was my favorite uncle. He was a good warrior.
He puts the body into the big hearth, gathers up some supplies and consumables, none of which are the branches from the scissor trees, which have all been picked up. You can see that Ragnum and Gundren and Madrick are all helping sweep the place. Slake's put them to work. They're quietly leaning on the brooms and shovels and things that they found, and they watch as Slake lights a fire by striking a tinder twig and then lighting a non-magical fire and the giant hearth. Slake watches the body burn. If there was any supernatural effect,
Wouldn't see it.
you don't see anything special aside from flesh being burned and hair and what you presume underneath the ash, the kind of choke of ashes and flame is bone.
Okay.
Which god did he follow?
Holy water, you said?
Yep. Okay, Slake will, after the fires die down, will dig into his giant. Does he have that barrel anymore, or did he kill it in
Big barrel
the?
of
Yeah, he'll
holy water.
pour effectively the equivalent of 10 flasks of holy water on it, which is just a slosh from one of the barrels that he has. He puts it over the ashes.
All right. Let's pray to whatever gods you pray to.
He's kind of looking at Barnabus when he says that.
Was there one that he was particularly fond of?
Clangen. I think it was Clangen.
Clangadin. So, I'm worshipping a lawful good god right now. Clangadin's a lawful good god. It's about war and fighting and stuff. This'll work. We'll pull out a holy symbol of Clangadin. And
It was medallion. It's funny.
the or the twin axes, rock a battle. Take your fallen into the halls and let them fight forever for valor and glory in your embrace. Rest. Your family will be avenged.
Good words. Especially the last part.
Well, now it's now a responsibility, I suppose. We'll scoop up the ashes.
Says the fairy. He's whining to himself how cold it is in here.
Just stand by the fire, you fucking idiot.
Oh, it's cold. So Brannish scoops up some of the
We'll
ashes.
scoop up the ashes and we will basically procession them down into the crypt.
Okay. Nothing manifests that would suggest that there is still a ghost. Of course, they rejuvenate in days, not hours. So
And if we left the ashes in the anti-magic space, maybe he couldn't, get out of them if he's trapped in his body.
until the dead magic zone goes away, the trees die, or it's probably not. There's some risk. There's some inherent risk.
So we're gonna put him in the crypt because that's where dwarves go.
Okay.
And gonna make it right with the dining hall.
Right. I think you guys loot the place. All the stuff on treasure and party gear that I put as not yet looted, I'm just gonna mark as looted.
Okay.
Nice.
I think if we have some time in the evening, we're going to try to identify stuff to see if there's anything critical to.
Yep.
I'm looking at. There's a couple items in there that are kind of like that.
I haven't seen.
You haven't cleaned the place out of bodies yet, but there are some items that that should go onto character sheets. Maybe we can do that offline. And
Yeah, makes sense.
The party is going to rest this evening at the Valley of the Lost Mines. The storm dies down by morning. And where are you guys resting?
I know some people are hot to rest in the anti-magic field. I'd rather not.
You can get a
rope trick
Yeah,
here looks
a rope trick.
I don't think spellcasters should be resting in the.
no, they're not going to sleep good.
No.
So I think we're going to block these doors,
Okay.
and then we're going to basically
Pushing some of the
yeah,
horrible material.
and then it's like a rope trick, like behind this pillar or something.
I think we need 2, unless there's more people going into the.
Which one? Okay.
Rope trick over here. I think these chuckleheads live with Slake now. Like I think that's like
Did we remove the phase curse?
Yeah,
no.
he didn't leave the.
Oh, okay.
that space. I could try to remove his curse, but people are getting mad at me for casting spells.
So yeah, they camp in the dead magic zone. We've got people up in the rope trick. How many people are going up there?
Barnabus is going
6 and
Eamon's
6,
going
1
up
and
there.
Thorgrim.
3, 4, 5.
I
6.
think.
We can get another rope trick.
We might need a second.
I think Amadeus is going to sleep in the
Anti-magic.
anti-magic just so Slake's not by himself.
Cog's outside. He's not sleeping.
Okay, so you got a couple of dangling ropes on the edge of the dead magic zone.
Yeah, I think like normally Sunny would be like, I will sleep in this plane, but we've got a guy who hunts mythic beings, so he doesn't want to let it all hang out, so to speak.
Okay, Amadeus pals is Slake, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Slake doesn't sleep, but he just sits on the throne and crosses his arms and just stares. The dwarves and the Fae, they're not happy about anything.
Why? Now they get to hang out with Slake and Amadeus.
Gundren seems oblivious to like how dangerous Slake and Amadeus are because he knows them. He puts on his. Well, I guess he doesn't have a bedroll, but he finds there's enough equipment from the.
There's
from
barracks
the
and stuff. Yeah.
He finds a bedroll and sets it all up, and he's fine with sleeping on the ground. He's looking around at the dwarven, like he's like, this is still an adventure for him. The defeated free riders are not having a good time.
And leaving the fake curse keeps them around.
Yeah, it does.
But if we don't have to
What
worry
do
about
you do
them.
with Mag the Mauler?
Oh yeah, we were gonna question him.
So it looks like you guys forgot about him.
Yeah.
Which means by more,
Tied up.
all that non-lethal is pretty much gone. And then his level in lethal, so he's awake.
Is he strong enough to break the ropes?
And who tied these ropes?
Amadeus.
Oh,
Is he strong enough to burst the ropes?
yeah.
DC 30.
No, he's not. So he's
Stuck in the toilet overnight. Someone actually goes there in the middle of the night. Oh shit, we forgot.
yeah. I guess in this dangerous place, you go for shits in twos, sort of thing. So we'll say
Cog will take people to the bathroom.
okay. So Cog's the
toilet escort.
It's Sunny, of course, because old man prostate.
3-4 times a night.
The fifth
You're like,
time.
oh, we'll go to the privy, and you're like, oh yeah, that dude.
Hey.
He's actually sleeping.
I've been in here 4 times this evening, and this is the first time I realized we forgot him in here.
He's snoring lightly.
We should probably let him rest. Sonny will. He looks really heavy. Sonny will do his business.
Okay, Slake. When you're done.
Is he tied up like he can't hop, right? He's
Yeah, he's hog-tied and just laying on top of a stinky bench.
Well, I've got 2 uses of wild shape left today. I'm gonna turn into a giant earth elemental, so I can barely drag his largeness around the castle.
I saw the sunny earth elemental around.
I got him right here.
Oh, okay.
Sunny.
Old man elemental.
we'll pick him up.
Okay, and you bring him back to where the
Yeah.
rope tricks are.
And I'm gonna stick him. Basically, we're gonna like tip him into the dead magic zone.
Okay.
Wow, Matt.
You kind of put him down, and Cog pushes him into the dead magic zone. You're afraid to put your hands into it.
And then Sonny's gonna go and sleep as a giant earth elemental.
Nice.
This is. The fuck?
Alright, if I save the campaign here, his token will be in that spot, reminding us that he's your captive and that you may want to
Have
question.
a chat with him in the morning.
Yep. Let's divvy up some treasure offline, as there are some items that should be on your sheets, and then as is tradition, we should name tonight's game.
Campsite in the Mouth of Madness.
The Mouth of Madness?
We can just go with the Mouth of Madness. That is that little spot
That's a
there
good one.
is the Mouth of Madness.
It's great, though. It's a place you're going to want to go to.
I don't know. Do we really want to clear out the mine? Can we just do we really want to save the people down there? We're just trying to kill everyone, aren't we?
Well, with 7 pounds, how many pounds of,
7 pounds of weapons we can make.
yeah, 7 pounds, you each have a little dagger of Dayfurl.
Yeah.
And if we make them punching daggers, they're times 3.
Well, you coup de grace the creatures, right? It's
Yeah.
We just cloud kill the thing. We'll just every day we just keep cloud killing the thing until it stops making weird noises. Just every day, just more cloud kills.
That might
Obviously.
be a good battle spell, but Queen Shephatiah will likely not allow that to occur. It's also a big, windy cavern.
Yeah, just help it go. Just back it down in there.
I think that's wishful thinking. If it was a tiny cave, sure. If there were living things in this place, and you're like, let's just blast.
Look how tiny that cave is. It's just so tiny.
The mines might be an interesting way to solve that problem. Yeah. The wave echo cave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, the wind is going back in your face.
Well, that's
There
what
seems to be
control winds
something
is
generating pressure out.
That's what control winds is for.
Oh, I see.
You can
Force the.
eat the poison. No, we have to clear out the friggin' petrification cavern of.
Mouth of Madness, but you didn't. You kind of dipped into the wave echo.
Well, yeah, it's like literally the campsite. We didn't do the thing yet. We're on the edge of it. We're on the cusp. Got a little taste.
How about Dreams of Erebus?
Dreams of Erebus. We can save Mouth of Madness for later because it's an epic title.
Yep. That's also a mad movie. Cool beans. All right, good place to leave it. For those watching on YouTube, which is where this will appear, thanks for your support. And as always, we hope you enjoy this as much as we do. Peace, have a good night.
Peace.
Good night.
No, guys, cheers.